Busters. A very pleasant Saturday evening to you wherever you are watching. Welcome. This is Crime Busters, the Nigerian Police Force flagship program on television. This is the program where we bring you up to speed on the activities of the Nigerian Police Force. We keep you in the know of what the Nigerian Police Force as an institution is doing to ensure that your lives and property are adequately secured. I am Desmond Wachuku, and I welcome you to the most awarded broadcaster on the continent of Africa, Channels Television. I'll take a break right now, and when I return, we will get the program underway. Thank you for always being a part of the show. Crime Busters.
My name is Olatunji Disu. I'm the Inspector General of Police. I encourage you to watch the Crime Busters.
Crime Busters. Welcome back. There is no doubt about the fact that the Nigerian state is making tremendous and commendable improvement in the war against insurgency, banditry, and other violent crimes across the country. It is, however, important to recognize the fact that these successes recorded particularly by the operatives of the Nigerian Police Force didn't come cheap. Of course, they came at the price. And the price sometimes included some of these operatives giving up their life so that you and I can live in a safe and secured society. As painful as that no doubt is, I am particularly excited that many of the people who fell victim and of course witnessed the intervention of the Nigerian Police Force personnel are grateful to the force for its intervention. So tonight, we share with you the views of some of those people and the reason critical stakeholders are calling on the federal government of Nigeria for an improved welfare package for operatives of the Nigerian Police Force. Details of these are contained in our next report. Take a look. Crime Busters.
Since the dynamics of criminality in Nigeria tend to insurgency and other violent crimes, personnel of the Nigeria Police Force have fought on the front lines, arresting several criminal elements, combing forests, destroying bandits' den, rescuing victims, and reclaiming communities. Several successes have been recorded across the country to the admiration of the people who constantly testify to the bravery and intervention of the police.
But the police is the state. That is why we are still doing our business. Without them in the state, this state would have been turned upside down.
You have lost lives, properties, vehicles burnt to ashes, houses burnt to ashes, food burnt to ashes. With the help of your people, police had played about 80%, 70 to 80% role in the control of the situation. That is why we reach here. And another thing, your police also strategized. They also always give us a very sound advice on how to go to chip in the community, to do their best to support your people. We are together with them. That is why your slogan says, police abokin kowa. And they have perpetuated this. They have really exhibited that police is a friend to everybody.
For us here in Jibe local government, everybody is aware and can testify that police played a very, very vital and important role in coming to this point, because they are working day and night, tirelessly, to see that everything has been put in order.
Compare that 75 more than the 350 soldiers that I have here, because they are more reliable to me at that time. I can say it anywhere, and that is the truth. They have a lot, and they have tried a lot. This DPO and his president, they did a lot, because they don't sleep. Anytime you call them, they'll always be there for you, and they'll try their best.
From different parts of the country, particularly the frontline states, the Inspector General of Police has ensured massive deployment of battle-ready personnel. Across every strategic theater, the Nigeria Police Force has delivered decisive operational blows against insurgency, banditry, and violent crime. A major move in the liberation of key local government areas, safeguarding IDP camps, and restoring civil authority to long-abandoned towns. Under the leadership of IGP Olatunji Disu, intelligence gathering has been redefined. As a result, intelligence-led operations has become the order of the day. While the operational teams have been consistent in breakthroughs, many havocs had been prevented through intelligence. Specialized teams such as the Forces EOD have successfully intercepted and defused hundreds of improvised explosive devices, saving countless lives.
Bomb is not what you see everywhere, and even the people that put the bombs, they go behind and put bombs. So you trace intelligently. You get intelligence and trace where it is, including the improvised explosive they put. They don't put it anywhere, but intelligence will lead you to it. And our men are specialized, trained technicians in detecting such.
Testimonies of police operational successes are not limited to members of the various communities alone. Even governors, who are by law the chief security officers of their states, equally confirmed the dexterity, courage, and doggedness of the police.
As we are speaking, a lot of people do not know why some of us have tremendous regard and support for the police force. It's simply because you can say anything about the police, but Danny Power of blessed memory kept telling us that, look, as we are speaking here, what if we get to your house? Now, I realize that an armed robber got into your house, and your wife just told you that there's an emergency. Who will you call first? It's the police force. Why do you want to call the police force? Because you feel they have obligation to protect you, protect your properties, and that of the lives of your family. But what of their own lives themselves? Because they're human beings. So for me, that was what the message that we kept hearing from our leader, Chief Gani Femi of blessed memory. So some of us have this belief that we must protect the integrity of the police force if we really want to address the issue of crime and address the issue of insecurity. Because if you decide to say, let's destroy the integrity, which for me, sometimes sadly, that's what is happening. Who will you now use? Then we're working toward anarchy in our country. Because if you have to choose between addressing the problem or working toward anarchy, and for me, the answer is very simple. So we have to believe that we have obligation to protect and defend the sanctity and the integrity of our police force in Nigeria.
For some reason, the citizenry, at some point, I don't mean any bad thing here, personally, but at some point the citizenry had preferred the police, than the military. We had to let them understand that with the kind of attacks and insurgencies we were having called for every arsenal we had to be on the table. And this is why the military was also deployed. So just along the line, we continue speak and teaching. So they now had to accept that the military should also play their own role and not just the police. They have done so well, and they're still at it. Every now and then, I just bump into them, try to see who is where, what they're doing, and all that. They're very on alert, and they're doing that. It's been very, very supportive of the rest of the citizenry, and with the collaboration and then the support that also comes from us, as a state government. I think they are quite functioning well. They apply, their boats at all times. And then with the number that are deployed in the state from different areas and local government, very active. Mm-hmm. So just to say the least, as peace is returning to the states, thanks to them, we thank God for all the efforts they continue to put in there. Mm. All these, it's been added up. Again, part of what they do, and I could not even remember to mention, was the air surveillance. We made provision, and they've been very active at that. So I think it's part of why the bad guys have scrammed, from the state and all that. So.
And I'm telling you, the first support we usually get from security agencies is from the police. Because they are living in those local governments, they are within the community. So when you call them, sometimes they don't have APCs. In some places, they don't even have good vehicles. So I think if we can get, because army are not as everywhere as the police. So police were the major ones. When there is trouble, they always go. When there is trouble, how many policemen we lost? How many policemen? There are even some in, I don't know, they were even using APC. But when they ambush them, they burn the APC with some men inside. They are losing their men.
These operational breakthroughs doesn't come cheap. Since the commencement of the counter-insurgency campaign, the Nigeria Police Force has lost a large number of brave officers in the line of duty. They paid the price for peace, security, and unity of our country. Despite the staggering number of the lives of personnel so far lost, operatives has remained resilient, dogged, and patriotic. While the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Rilwan Disu, is making frantic efforts to improve the welfare of police personnel, but some stakeholders are convinced that the federal government should do more for the Nigeria Police Force because we cannot demand supreme sacrifice from our police operatives while giving their welfare secondary attention.
What I would tell them, they should at least ensure motivating policemen. Lack of motivation is what brings something to policemen. A policeman cannot be without eating. You have family. If they want them to have to work seriously, let them motivate them. Their salary cannot occupy them. I'm telling you. And almost always vehicle that you see, at least whether it should be the state or the local government, let them have a foiling distance allowances for them monthly. Lack of foiling is spoil our job here. Sometimes we may call the chairman, we can't get him in the night to get fuel because the DPO cannot have money all the time. Sometimes he went and borrow money. Sometimes they went and buy fuel at the police station, at the filling station before they come back because they don't have money in hand. Commissioner to see the governor or the local government chairman, let them put at least fueling allowances to the policemen for their ban. Likewise, motivating them. The salary cannot occupy somebody. I'm telling you as of now, how Nigeria is. And the salary of policemen still is low for their work. While their salary is low. How they are working now. When they kill you, they will tell you to leave government house and go. Where are you going? Where are your family going? Why you don't have something in hand? And at the end of the day, payment of your pension will be a problem again. Whereby policemen are supposed to be fed each and every time they retired. If government need them to work hard, let the state government or the federal government be paying them. When you retire, they pay you. When they kill you, let them pay your family, your what do you call it, gratuity. And even the salary is too low for a policeman. Somebody is from Kaduna State here. You buy food, you pay rent, you pay electricity, whatever you buy inside the salary. At the end of the day, you sleep at the police station. No kobo. I'm telling you, policemen, that they are supposed to be. You see how they increase army salary, isn't it? Mm-hmm. They are supposed to be together at least. Move for our own here. We regard policemen than army because it's whom we work with and they assist us. And we know they guide us. Without policemen, you can't go anywhere in Wamuku now. Not even in Wamuku. Almost all of the area without policemen, you can't go anywhere. 10 policemen here are better than you bring at least 40 soldiers for us here. They can go to bush. But when I call on DPO will leave his work now and go. Not only his personnel, him himself will follow them go. Which you can't expect. It's under expectation to see a DPO carrying rifle in the night and go to the bush. Well, DPO here can do that.
The only issue that the police have, I think the population of the police, the whole country is not appreciable. For which country like Nigeria, you see the police not up to 400,000 in the whole country, ranking about highest population in Africa, 230 million approximately. If I compare you to South Africa, you see South Africa has 50 million population, but they have 1,600,000 police serving 50 million population, while less than 400 police serving 200 plus million. It is unacceptable. So I believe there's need call to action by the federal government. Number one, to improve remuneration of police. Because if you see the police quarters barrack, it's very shameful to see a great country, Nigeria, police is sleeping in a room where rainfall is falling down. You, your wife, your children is being affected. If you see when they die, you see how the women is fighting, struggling to get the means back. You see, in Nigeria, if you see police don't even foiling vehicle of police, it's become it's difficult. So they need to be well equipped. And their guns, their ammunition, they're given in number arithmetical. While the bandits are geometrical. Bandit can go with the back of bullet. You will exhaust the whole bullet unaccountable. But police have just limited number. It's just like you are sending police in the bush to do suicide and they'll kill him. Because you see bandit will arrive in a community with 100 motorcycles carrying 33 people. That is 300 in one police division that has only 10 or 20 highest number of police. How can they confront? And their armory is also very porous. They need to construct stronger armory in the division, and they need to also equip them and also have strong manpower that will. So we need to ensure barrack well equipped, well upgraded, and they need to have vehicle, and they also need to have remuneration. Therefore, the salary of police should not be less than 300,000. Police celebrating 100,000 is like suicide. What is 100,000 police that sacrifices life to defend the country, Nigeria? The whole of this job that we are taking military is not a military job. It's a police work. If we equip the police, we give them all it takes to fight the bandit. They can dismantle the plan of the bandit. I'm sure. I am evidence. I have the witness that they can do it. One time, bandit moved from Zamfara axis to Sokoto axis with more than 2,000 cows, more than 4,000 sheep. And then there was call from Zamfara to military in Zamfara. Military of Zamfara denied participation. When the IDPs here, they are Fulani, they also called the attention. People from Zamfara called the attention of those Fulani. They come to me. We now mobilize support from the DPO Rabah and the DPO the Gandhi Dole and Rabah. So they now talk to military together. They talk to us that they don't have foiling. And we mobilize resources, which we give them. They foil the car. Let me tell you, surprisingly, they dismantle, they kill bandits, more uncountable bandits, and recover all the cow and the sheep along the river bank of the Rabah and the Bakura. So this is shown that whenever the citizens themselves are ready to support the police.
And I'm calling on the federal government to also increase the funding of the police, because they are the people much closer to the people and to the communities, and they are the people that are always with the people, and they are more civil. So I think if we improve on the funding of the police, training of them, equipping them, I believe that we will address the issue of these criminalities that is going on within our community.
Morale is the backbone of any fighting force. If we are to decisively end insurgency and violent crime, upgrading police welfare must move from policy speeches to immediate action. Improved welfare means competitive life insurance policies that guarantee the immediate financial security of a fallen officer's family. It means robust hazard allowances, state-of-the-art medical coverage for combat injuries, modern housing, top-tier tactical gear, and guaranteed educational support for their children. Taking care of the officer on the front line is not an act of charity, it is a strategic national security imperative. An officer who knows their family is protected will fight with unmatched resolve. The war against insurgency will not be won by firepower alone. It will be one when the men and women behind the trigger know that their country values their lives as much as their service. As the police leadership continues to drive institutional reforms and operational excellence, the government and the private sector must join hands to prioritize the welfare of those who protect us all. Let us honor the dead by truly caring for the living.
Welcome to Grandview Park and Gardens.
The transformation of the Badagry-Sokoto Road is set to redefine the future of Ato-Ota, Ogun State. With the road now being tarred and expanded, connectivity between major commercial and industrial hubs is becoming faster, smoother, and more valuable than ever before. Home to major landmarks like Canaan Land, Covenant University, Bells University of Technology, and the bustling Songo-Ota commercial hub. Now imagine the level of growth this new road infrastructure will bring, connecting Lagos through Ogun State and stretching all the way to northern Nigeria. And right here in the heart of this development are our premium estates, Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 and Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 Extension. This is more than just a road project. It's the gateway to asset ownership, accessibility, and a thriving future in Ato-Ota.
Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
My name is Senator Obasani, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State. I urge Nigerians to continue to support and watch Crime Buster. Thank you very much.
You have zero tolerance for impunity, and this you made clear from the day one. But unfortunately, we still have some of your personnel doing the wrong thing. Now, how does this sit with you, and how far are you going with regards to holding the supervisors accountable for the sins of their subordinate?
I will start with the police academy. I was trained at the police academy, and our lecturers told us a lot of things. We were trained in law, we were trained in procedure, and then they made it so clear to you, this is the right thing to do, go this way and you will never fall down by the roadside. And there is a saying in the police, a policeman gets into trouble when he's trying to do certain things. A policeman gets into trouble when he's trying to bend the rule for people who have approached him for one thing or the other. So sustain it, move according to the way it is done, then everything goes right. Yes, we know the rules, and officers have been trained to ensure that they do the proper thing. Officers who go contrary to this, there are punishments stated for them. That is where the impunity comes into it. We will not cover them up. At the same time, it's not a matter of punishment. Officers who do well will be commended, and then they will get the reward for doing the proper thing they are supposed to do.
Welcome to Grandview Park and Gardens.
The transformation of the Badagry-Sokoto Road is set to redefine the future of Ato-Ota, Ogun State. With the road now being tarred and expanded, connectivity between major commercial and industrial hubs is becoming faster, smoother, and more valuable than ever before. Home to major landmarks like Canaan Land, Covenant University, Bells University of Technology, and the bustling Songo-Ota commercial hub. Now imagine the level of growth this new road infrastructure will bring, connecting Lagos through Ogun State and stretching all the way to northern Nigeria. And right here in the heart of this development are our premium estates, Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 and Grandview Park and Gardens Phase 1 Extension. This is more than just a road project. It's the gateway to asset ownership, accessibility, and a thriving future in Ato-Ota.
Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
I'm AIG Garba Baba Omar retired. Please keep on watching Crime Buster. Thank you.
As I always tell you, whatever has beginning will certainly have an end. We've come to the end of yet another episode of Crime Busters on Channels Television. But before we go, I'd like to very sincerely appreciate the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Rewandis, to PSC Daga MPM for throwing his weight behind this program. The same token, I want to show our gratitude to the Group Managing Director and Chairman of Adron Homes and Property, Are Adetola Olaonipekun Emmanuel King for supporting Crime Busters thus far. This production was supervised by the duo of CSP Nietie Okokon Iniedu. He is the first public relations officer, and he worked alongside my friend and brother, Larry Olagunju, the IGP Special Advisor Media. By God's grace, we're going to return next week with another wonderful package. Until then, please remember that security is a shared responsibility, and we've all got our roles to play, and we must play them very well. I am Desmond Wajuku. Good night, and God bless Nigeria.